Welcome to NPCs of Tal'Dorei with myself, Oliver Dungeon Master, and...
Dave.
Why do you have a mic?
I have a mic because that seems more professional, and we are not professionals, but I would like to be a professional.
Yeah, but we have a microphone in the camera.
I am talking on the mic. Okay.
Yeah, that's not even plugged. Yo, with science, the NPC!
This is why I have the mic.
Welcome to NPCs of Tal'Dorei with myself, Oliver, and Dave.
Thanks for everyone that puts up with our bad bits. We're trying to get better at them.
There's literally just weeks of planning for those. We have brainstorm sessions, we're writing down things, scrumping them up.
The other theory is that we just walk in the rooms like, what do you want to do?
Let's just make it up.
Let's just make it up, as you probably can tell by my bad acting and...
my fantastic rapping.
Yeah, so the man who does improv.
Yeah, I could have been a rapper if I wasn't, doing all this stuff.
Anyway, welcome to our review of 110 of...
The Walking Nightmare.
Yeah, The Walking Nightmare. And yeah, this is the journey of Vox Machina, going deeper into the Titan.
Yes, massive stone, unbelievably large stone Titan with a city on his shoulder, and they travel inside. And
with the main goal of trying to get to that particular city at the top.
Yes, Tharan Fala. Beautiful name.
So it's basically an undead, it's basically undead dwarfs inhabit this particular city.
It's very creepy. There's a lot of crypts and things and chests and...
Which we find out when they go through the Wimmy path trying to figure out the right direction upward.
Yeah.
Which they take a lot of wrong turns.
Yes.
But that's just...
There's a ton of combat in this episode, which is cool. There's 3 fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is more than they usually do. But that's good, that's cool.
So as they start going through the chambers, they do a lot of planning this episode because really they don't have a map. They don't know where to go.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of a guessing game and trying to figure out which way to go. And as they go through the passageways, deciding which way to go, they come across their first battle, which is these kind of fleshy-like golems, which I describe as probably the Titan's immune system of these little things fighting inhabitants.
The things there to purge unwanted visitors.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of the angle I took with that. So it wasn't a really significant battle, but it was kind of a battle that they're bound to come across.
Yeah. I think that they find a door. There's a few doors in this episode as well. Vox, most of you probably know Vox Machina's track record with doors.
Smash. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
Who needs keys when you've got fists?
And there's that episode where they spend, I don't know, half an hour trying to get through a door because everything just keeps failing and they almost get defeated by a door. Grog reads some Dwarven.
But we'll talk about the battle first.
Okay.
Because we're going to turn, otherwise we're just jumping back and forwards. Like we talked about.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'll just be over here.
No, you can talk about the battle. Just don't jump ahead. It's like going to the end of the book and then going back and describing it.
I'm just going to move my notes over here.
No,
I was reading them in the wrong order.
Anyways, so the battle, they actually played Pike very well.
Yeah, Ashley Johnson is away doing her wonderful TV and movie things, so she has been played by Vax and Vex.
Yeah, double Pike.
Yeah.
And she gets the how you want to do this.
Even though she's not there.
Even though she's not there, which is quite funny. But Ashley plays Pike pretty well.
Yeah.
But it's quite funny that even when she's not there, she's just owning things. She's just not the best. The reason why they shouldn't get rid of Ashley when she goes away is because she does so much damage, especially undead. Undead is quite.
Yeah, and there's a lot of undead inside this Titan.
As we go forward, we're about to go. See it. Basically after they take out all these golems and they continue trekking through the tunnels, they come across a crypt.
A creepy crypt.
A creepy crypt, which we find out later it's the tomb of the fallen king. It's a dwarven king, and they do a lot of trap checking. They do a lot of kind of making sure they're not, instantly killing themselves by pushing on the wrong thing.
There's a lot of Vax opening chests and making sure he's using the pressure plates and not triggering this and that. There was 4 chests that he went through in a row?
Yeah, there was a lot of trap checking. Yeah.
I don't know why. Why would Matt even bother to put in traps in this campaign at this point when Vax can go? I rolled a 2, but it's a 493.
He still failed. He still failed on a trap check.
Yeah. And then he just kind of went, I'll just take whatever it's going to do.
I think Matt has had an idea of these are the passageways.
Yeah. And
this is the right path to get there, but if they take this path, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I think they were just taking too many wrong turns, and he's like, well, they took a wrong turn, I have to kind of show it. And essentially it's eating up time.
Yeah.
I think that's key.
We also get the battle map that was present and waiting from the last episode when they got live from Gen Con that they didn't get to use. Dwarven Forge map. So Matt essentially constructed this thing, took it all the way to Gen Con, and then they didn't use it. So
it's one of the burdens that they're going to have to bear, especially being a DM. You got all this, you got all the setup, and then it just doesn't happen. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's what he was ripping up. Is like never going to get to this at the end. Chuck it away. But yeah, they come across this fallen king, a lot of trap checking, which they're doing quite a lot throughout wherever they're going, because they know any minute they're probably going to walk on Vecna or something.
Yeah, there's any number of things that can jump out of them at this point, and Vox Machina is getting increasingly paranoid as Matt increasingly builds up the crescendo of this final battle.
Which is great, because they got so cocky for a while there. They got very, very
We
cocky.
don't need a long rest. Let's go from the what was it, Pit Fiend to
we're gods.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
But as they go forward,
Vex scans for undead. Well, this is one of the things they did when they first got there. Vex goes, I want to just scan for undead, see how many undead there are, and Matt just goes thousands, and all of Vox Machina goes, no, okay.
Well, they're in the undead city of dwarves, so it's got to be
expect
a lot.
Thousands.
Yes. Yeah. So they come across this tomb. They do a very good job of not making sure the king comes to life.
Yeah, they
undead life.
Stab and burn and.
Well, they pretty much they control it, and Pike does a very good job of that. And then they loot them. Obviously, they like looting crypts. It's just their thing. And they got a hammer. They got gloves. They got a belt, and the hammer's the most interesting because it basically has to be attuned.
Yep.
It can't be knocked prone. There's a lot of good benefits that they're going to be using.
So Grog gets that, obviously.
I'm very surprised that Pike didn't.
True.
Yeah, I don't know if they thought of that, but I think Pike having that, making sure your healer stays up and doesn't get knocked prone, is pretty significant.
Well, keeping the healer alive is important in most games. It's like when you're watching the World of Warcraft arenas and the commentators are going, and the healer's down, that's the game over.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Or like even Overwatch, when the healer gets knocked out, it's like,
oh
no, what's going to happen?
So Grog gets the hammer and says, can I attune to it later on? And
it gets given to Percy first, and Percy attunes so it finds out what it is, and it's handed over to Grog. Yeah. But it turns out it's cursed as well. Yeah. Which is Grog's thing. Yeah. He likes cursed things.
Yeah, what's the Craven's Edge? And
Craven Edge, yeah. I really wanted that to come back. That would be awesome.
Essentially, we find out later in the episode, a little bit, we don't find out exactly what it does, but it seems like whatever you roll on your D20 when you're trying to attack with this without adding the modifier, whatever you roll on the D20, just your straight roll, is going to either make this thing hit or make it hit you. So Grog actually in one of the following battles takes a lot of damage as he's swinging with this thing, and even though he's hitting, he rolls a 6, but it's like a 24, that hits. Because of that natural 6, he ends up actually taking that damage himself.
Just like, bang, yeah. It's the question whether they use it, because it has a lot of additional benefits and like not prone, a lot of other things. Yeah. But it's the question whether they are going to use it or not.
I've actually
because it'd be good to hold. It wouldn't be good essentially using it too much.
Right. And it doesn't do too much more damage than a standard.
So you could give it to like Pike.
Yeah.
And she just stands off kind of doing her casting stuff.
But still cannot be knocked prone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, then still a while to go.
We'll see what happens.
But as we go forward, after we kind of loot the crypt and go the other path, we meet, Vex goes ahead and finds this little grey thing kind of eating some flesh. And that turns out to be a Nothic.
A Nothic. Basically, the players were going, what is this? And the chat was just going, Nothic.
So I looked at what Nothic is. It's basically a golem for wizards. So if a wizard got too consumed with arcane knowledge, and they kind of got consumed by it, they effectively become this like abomination that forgets about their past life and is...
Golem.
Yeah, like Golem.
Vax actually says... Liam knows what this is, but Vax doesn't.
Yeah, and that's quite hard. I mean, a lot of players you have to split your mind to the character mind and the player mind. Like I manage both games for our stream, and I'm not allowed to know the information from one game because I'm not in it. Yeah, and there's so much.
He's there when we play that game.
I'm there seeing it, and when locations, because I'm all about maps. When locations are mentioned, or the dragon from our game is mentioned in their game, I'm just like, I don't know this. I don't.
Yeah, it's that whole character metagame kind of thing. You got to keep it in check, otherwise, the rules kind of unravel. But check out our 2 games, Black Winter Nights and Eyes of Elisia on the D20.
Shameless plug. We could have just waited to the end to do the shameless.
I'm going to have a little, because I'm editing this one, I'm going to have shameless plug show up, and I think it's a Wayne's World reference. Anyway, essentially, yes, Vax finds this Nothic. He knows what it is, but Vax does not. Liam knows, Vax does not. But Vax kind of says to himself, well, person, creature, this deep into a thing, probably some bad stuff, dagger, and first dagger kills him.
Just blows him into the water. But he managed to find a key on it, and that helps him get through the door. So I'm assuming this battle was actually going to happen anyway.
Yeah, he was probably going to attack.
And the question whether others around, I don't know whether Matt had a plan for that, but he did it so stealthily, and maybe nothing else was triggered. So
he comes in, kills this dude, takes the stuff, and goes...
Well, and also is a magic user, so perhaps Matt maybe what was expecting for the battle was that they would trigger it, and it would spawn like magical beings to help assist it.
Sneak attack, man, sneak attack.
Stabby. But then they kind of go through the door in more passageways, and more trying to figure out where to go. And then they come across a vault, which has recently been raided, and they... kind of hinted it was raided a while ago, but there's still a few coins here and there.
Yeah.
But
grand total of about 20 gold.
But then they see some rags behind a little pillar, and it turns out to be undead trolls.
And Matt says, you guys have encountered this before. And they kind of look at each other and go, have we? And Kiwa's like, yeah, we did, but that was like 2 years ago.
I mean, I don't even know how, they probably have stayed, but how long in-game has it been?
I have no idea.
Because a lot of the arcs kind of happen at a very, very quick pace. Yeah. But then they have the year gap. Yeah. So the question of whether it's been like 2-3 years in the game time, or whether it's been more like 18 months. Yeah. I think everything's happened in a very, very quick pace.
So this cloth creature, undead troll corpse, starts charging the party and roll initiative again. We're already most of the way through the episode. That combat was very long, and then we have another one. Where there's some great stuff. This is where
it feels like that was an indication they went the wrong way.
Yeah,
encountering these mobs. They effectively are mobs. They're nothing significant. They're just there.
Yeah.
But after the battle, or once they have the battle, and Pike gets another.
How do you want to do this? That's her second. How do you want to do this in a single episode that she wasn't here for?
I really wish I had that T-shirt. How do you want to do this?
I'll make you one with a marker pen.
No.
And then this is where we find out the weapon that Grog tries to use and hits himself with twice in the battle with low natural rolls.
Yeah.
It's a great line from Grog. Possibly my favourite. I want to get this on a T-shirt. And it's Grog's doing some maths and he has to recalculate to what his natural roll was, and he goes, oh. And then Travis goes, I can't do reverse maths. And Scanlan goes, do you mean subtraction? Crack up. I thought that was such a good line. That nearly rivals life needs things to live.
Yeah, my favourite quote. I mean, when you do a 3-4 hour game, your brain starts fuzzing. I mean,
exactly. Our
games, we just very divulge to vulgar things, especially last episode.
Oh my god, I'm actually writing a disclaimer to read at the beginning of the next episode. I'm literally going to unveil that on Sunday.
It was a lot of fun because we never get to do just normal characters,
just chilling
bumming around, so it was really great. But and I think this not a lot of progress happened. It was very a travelling episode and just finding mobs and killing them and moving on. But after the battle,
wait. During the battle, Scan casts an area of effect spell that deals 40 fire damage to Trinket because he's in the room, and Laura Bailey looked pissed.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
I just had to mention that.
Yeah, it's you don't mess with Trinket.
No, Trinket very rarely actually ever gets hit. Oh, and then Keyleth actually does something that I don't think she's ever done before. She said she's never done it, and the whole party after she did it was like, you can do that? She, from her staff, draws a flaming scimitar. She just materialises this fire weapon.
It's Game of Thrones. We're watching too much Game of Thrones.
But yeah, apparently that's something she can do.
And they made the Dragon of the Jedi?
Yeah. So apparently Keyleth can just produce a fire weapon from her stuff.
I think she must have just watched the last episode of Game of Thrones of the guy. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Alright, this is a spoiler. He holds it and it just bursts into fire.
Yeah.
So I think she just saw that as that would be cool to do in D&D. I was like, I can do that. And then just use it in the next episode. That was great. But yeah, then after the battle, after all the rocking, the fireballs stuff, it's kind of rocked the pillars and kind of made things go in front of the door, of which they're planning to get out of.
Yeah.
So it's a question of what do they do next, and that's kind of where the episode ends. It's not a lot happened.
No.
And it feels like we've still got a bunch more episodes to go before we finally get to that Vecna, because I feel like they're going to get to the city and there's going to be something there that they need to challenge, and then they're going to hit Vecna. Or they may have to bring down the Titan before they can hit.
I think there might also be some people working with Vecna that they don't know about.
And that's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
And they spent a lot of time in this episode because they went the wrong ways. But yeah, one of our followers, one of our watchers, Adam or Adema or Adama.
Shinan.
We can't. We're not.
We decided to butcher your name for the reasons because we didn't want
to get it wrong. So we're just going to do every pronunciation of possible.
Anyway,
Adema.
His comment here about how many episodes. He says around about 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Which I think is a bit generous, but that was before he knew what happened here. So I think that was prediction. But I do. So if he says 2 to 3, in his mind there'll be like 1 to 2 to go, which I don't think there would be.
Right.
There must be about 3 to 4.
I would say Vecna within 1 or 2. End of the campaign.
It depends on how quickly they get there and where Vecna is.
Also, what's going to have happened with this time that's been created? Vecna's not just been sitting there after he ascended to godhood, kind of doodly-doodly-da.
Well, Lady Briarwood.
Yeah.
She's still around.
Yeah.
And helping out, and plus the undead Death Knight's leading an army as well. And it feels like there's going to be a big army clash. Maybe when the Titan finally gets to its destination and the armies down below that Vecna can see fighting each other, that's when they're going to have that epic battle with Vecna. That could be happening, and this could be just Matt's way of saying, I don't want the battle to happen yet. I'm gonna slow things down just so the Titan can realistically get there.
Right.
And then once it's there and they get to the top, that's when they fight Vecna with all the armies down below.
So it could be almost like a mecha battle. It could even be another Titan and the Titans fight, and then they come out of the Titans and fight on the Titans while the Titans are fighting the other Titans.
It kind of reminds me of the bad Dungeons and Dragons movie. Like when all the dragons fighting each other.
Sorry, you mean the really great Dungeons and Dragons movie? That's awesome.
No, the one that came in 2000 where they had the final battle between like the bad guy and the good guys at the top, while all around them there's just chaos. So I've got a feeling that's probably going to happen. That would be epic. That would be an epic finale. Yes,
it absolutely would. As a DM, it's very difficult to do army versus army. I've actually limited to just rolling a d20 for each and adding no modifier. If you're doing like a background battle while, the Eyes of Elisia or the Black Winter Knights take on Lord Nyath or, Lord
it's sad because you spend all this time building up the armies, they just get destroyed within like 2 rounds of your actual combat.
But no, I think what I want to happen is the satisfying story leading up to the Vecna battle. I 100% trust that Matt's going to do something epic. But I want a huge chunk of satisfying combat where Matt pulls out every trick that he's got, or at least the best of his tricks, some cool lair actions, some awesome surprises, new initiative creatures added into the mix.
It's a hard one because with boss battles, we're talking about one go. You have one life to face the final boss you've never faced before. And if you play any video game, that's very, very hard to do if you've never faced that boss or looked up at any guides online to face the final boss like that. So I don't know. I don't want everything. Because if everything goes there, just nuke them and oh well.
That's an interesting point. I never really thought of it like that. Because if I'm at Skyrim or World of Warcraft and I'm stuck, I'll just look up a walkthrough. The stuff has never happened before. There's no walkthrough.
It's all made up. Or it's happened before in terms of character called Vecna's existed before.
Yeah.
But this setting, this how powerful Vecna is all determined on that.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing the battleground on which they fight Vecna.
You'll be working on it.
Yeah.
You'll be working.
Matt loves doing like lair actions, the ground itself fights back.
Yeah. It's so much potential.
It's going to be
so we're saying about 4 to 5?
Yeah.
Say 4 to 5.
To wrap it up. Yeah.
To wrap it up. But that could change. I mean, next episode they could walk up to Vecna.
And next week there is no critical role. Well, there is. It's not Matt's. Sam Regal is doing a one-shot, which we will obviously... we're doing something for that, right? I'm not here.
No, you're going to be around to film it, but then you'll leave by the time we release it.
Right.
We will be doing NPCs next week with the one-shots. We always do that. But as a special treat as well, we're also releasing NPCs number 2. So the second episode of a Critical Role with Olivia, who was here for number 1.
She plays Maple in Eyes of Elisia.
Yes, and Alex, who plays Nicolaius.
Yeah.
Because this one is actually not going to be here.
I'm performing in the National Theatre Sports Competition representing the Wellington Improv Troupe.
Yeah.
So I'm down in Christchurch for a week.
But even though he does improv. But
so that's what's coming up next for NPCs of Tal'Dorei.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be really cool. It'll be awesome because we're going to get Brian Foster on there. Which a lot of people know as the guy who kind of butchered the opening for the live show and also the one that does Talks Machina. I say butchered with quotes because I don't think he did a terrible job, but he got a lot of hate for that, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, come on, critic community. We're supposed to be better than that.
No, you can't love everything.
I do.
I know, that's the problem. You got no critical analysis at all. You're just like, this is all great.
Everything is great. Everything is awesome, to quote the Lego movie. So yes, that's what's coming up next on NPCs of Tal'Dorei.
Yes.
Remember to check out the rest of our content. We've got Eyes of Elisia and Black Winter Nights, the 2 games that I Dungeon Master.
Yeah, and we also got the podcast with Ben Krillin, who will be DMing our game while he's away.
Yeah.
Both games. We also have a lot of things coming out. We've got the DM Diaries, if you want to hear this Joker talk about his mistakes and his successes in DMing.
Get behind the DM screen and find out what's going on in my head with the DM Diaries.
Exactly, and you can look up those games as well, so if you want to match them. But if you do like what we're doing, you want to encourage us, always leave a comment down below, like Adam has.
Thanks, Adam.
It's been actually a real delight seeing those.
Yeah,
Because
really
one, he corrects us very well.
Yeah, if we ask a question, like, I have no idea what this was, guarantee Adam will be in the comments being like, oh, it was this.
Yeah, and also we can have a proper conversation that kind of helps us look at it for a different direction.
Yeah.
And also subbing to our channel. We've got a little whiteboard that we keep
because we live together.
Yeah. So once in a while, if one of us notice like the sub count going up or the view count going up, we go down there and correct it. It's got a little bit of win. So
and it's real nice waking up in the morning and like stretching, going down to make coffee, and just looking at the board and going, oh, we've got more on Twitch. Or, oh, look, we've got more on YouTube.
And then it goes down. We don't say anything.
No, for days we're just like sullen and we're just not even.
Nah, it's not like that.
No, it's wonderful.
Because that means that people will unsub just for that.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, please do that. But anyway,
we really enjoy this.
If you do want to reach out to us, all our Facebook, our Twitter, everything is down below. Please do, because having conversations is the reason why we're doing this.
So thanks, guys, for watching NPCs of Tal'Dorei. Check out the rest of our content on this channel while you're out there in the cybersphere. From myself, Oliver Dungeon Master, and
Dave.
Love you guys. Bye.